Panahon na naman ng pag-ibig. At isa sa mga paborito ninyong tema na pinag-uusapan natin dito sa inyong paboritong background noise ay walang iba kundi ang pag-iibigan o pagmamahal. At napapanahon na naman, no? Although sawang-sawa na siguro kayo sa mga pinagsasabi namin. Well, ikaw ba, Father Lennon, kamusta ang iyong Valentine's this time?
Well, ito, Valentine's with the Lord, 'di ba? Yung pinaka greatest
Yan.
love, 'di ba? Anyway, ikaw Sel, kumusta? Kumusta ang puso mo ngayong Valentine's ng 2026?
Eto, may nag-aalaga na. Yan,
Sana
good
all.
cholesterol. Good cholesterol, yung mga lactobacillus, mga good bacteria. Yung mga para humaba pa ang buhay. No? Well, isa sa mga tanong sa atin, pare, na pwede nating pag-usapan ngayong episode na to, since Valentine's Week na naman, nagwo-work ba ang LDR o long distance relationship? Although bagaman alam ng marami sa inyo na ang tamang usapan ay LDR din, kami ni Lennon, long distance recording. Well, usapang LDR tayo ngayon. So, huwag natin patagalin pa. Ako po si Russell.
Ako naman po si Lennon,
At ito ang tamang usapan.
usapang may tama. Ayan, Sel, nakaranas ka na ba ng LDR?
Low dowel. Hindi ako naka-LDR kasi oo nga no, hindi ko sure eh. Pero alam ko wala, no? Hindi ako naka-experience. Pero ikaw ba, pare, nakaranas ka na ba yan? And at the surface, no? At the surface, what can we initially say? Does it really work, no? To have an LDR? Ikaw, based on your experience, no? If meron man.
Ay, tanong ko eh. Nagkamali ata ako ng tanong sa nabalik sa akin eh. Well, based on my experience, Char. Hindi. Well, I can't say really if it worked or not in my experience. Pero ang pwede kong masabi is that LDR, long distance relationships, pose its own problems. No? What I'm saying is that kahit naman yung mga NDR, no, yung mga near distance relationship, may mga problems din. May mga variables din. May mga challenges, no. However, I think that distance, no, yung long distance na yun, it may heighten, kumbaga, yung ilang mga challenges, yung ilang mga variables, no, na pwedeng mag-complicate dun sa relationship. So, even though it seems safe to be a safe answer, I will say na it depends, no? It depends first dun sa mga tao na nandun sa LDR, no, how they will be facing those challenges, and also it depends on the many variables, no, na ipapakita sa iyo ng buhay in that stage of your relationship. What I can say is that it can work for some, it can not work for some, pero yeah, it's a very challenging experience, no, yung LDR. Ngayon, kung meron kayong violent reaction doon, i-comment niyo diyan para masaya.
Sa akin naman, well, I find yung LDR, it's a little myopic, no? Kasi it's only looking at one thing, no? And it's distance. But when we speak about relationships, hindi siya hindi siya mako-cover lang ng isang factor, 'di ba? Kaya nga siguro probably while we settle on calling it LDR, why some people are settling or are engaging, entering into that form of relationship, it's because there is more to it than distance itself. No? Although yun nga, yun din yung parang fundamental problem for me ng isang long distance relationship. Kasi as humans, no, I believe we are meant to we are wired, no, to share distance, no, with another person. So kung spatially masyadong malayo yung ating agwat o yung distansya, some of us might find it very difficult or hard, no, to engage with another person. Like for example, although there are so many forms of love tulad nung napagkwentuhan natin sa ibang episodes, no, it's very hard to quote and quote imagine how another person is doing kung hindi natin siya nakikita. And that's actually the fundamental problem. If you remember your modern philosophy, yan yung issue ni ni Berkeley, 'di ba? Yung idealist na philosopher. Although yun din yung trinay niyang i-grapple with his philosophy na ang bagay na hindi nakikita kasi nga 'di ba, to be perceived is to be. Ang makita ay maging, 'di ba? So kapag hindi ka na nakikita, hindi ka nag-exist. Parang sa baby, 'di ba? Ganun daw ang basic na logic ng isang infant eh. Pag hindi ka niya nakikita, hindi ka nag-exist. Ganun din yung issue sa LDR. So yun isa kong pinopost doon na na issue. Kung hindi kita nakikita, hindi kita nahawakan, hindi kita napagmamasdan o nayayakap o nahalikan, parang it's quite hard for me to develop an emotional bond o connection with you. Diba? Although for some, it might be, if not easy, at least manageable. Diba? Halimbawa, nasa Tanyag ka o nasa North Danghari, tapos nasa China yung kuan mo, yung minamahal mo, for example. I don't know. O kaya nasa Pampanga, nasa Muntinlupa ka. Hindi ko sure. Diba? Well, mga ganong bagay, hindi natin yun. Hindi natin kasi masasaklawan yun. So, may international, may domestic. Pero, what I'm trying to say, problematic sa akin, prima facie, problematic sa akin yung term na LDR. Kasi, yung mismong nag-coin ng LDR, no, pinopoint na yung problem. Na yung relationship na yun ay nakafocus sa distance. Whereas, yun nga mas marami pang factors, no, na nagko-constitute ng isang relasyon para maging relasyon. Number 1, consent. Diba? Number 2, emotional bond. Diba? Number 3, compatibility. Wala namang ganon. Hindi mo naman hindi yun na take into account dun sa word na LDR. So parang the only thing, no, sa lahat ng factors ng isang relationship na dapat i-consider ng isang tao, ang pinaka nilagay lang natin dun sa title ng type ng relationship na yun, ay yung pinaka problema ng relationship na yun. And that is long distance. So, kasi nga, kaya siya tinawag na LDR kasi nga, yun yung yung isang intent nun to highlight na may relationship kayo. The problem is, it is long distance. Even those who coined the term, no, whether or not unwittingly o sinadya nila yun, alam nila the very issue with the notion of the subject itself is the adjective, yung long distance. Whether or not it works, no. Tama ka naman doon, nasa tao 'yon. Pero the thing is, it just, alam mo 'yun, parang nachi-cheapen, no. Pamura ng pamura ang pagmamahal sa panahong ito. Nare-reduce yung mga importanteng bagay into these coinages, no? Itong mga terms ngayon, to the point na for some, it loses the meaning, and it might even, what I fear pare is, baka in the future, we might, as a collective, as humanity, we might lose sight, no? We might lose the meaning and the wonder of things such as love and companionship and relationships. Nare-reduce na lang siya doon sa kung ano yung problematic, 'di ba? Whereas if we go back, no, to the classics and to Thomas Aquinas, for example, what is love, or what constitute a loving relationship. It is the mindful willing, the mindful volition of wishing somebody else's good or happiness. Samantala ngayon, parang LDR, long distance relationship, parang nawala eh, walang volition eh, parang ano eh, di ba alam mo yun? Nawala yung willing the good for the other eh, parang it's more like, ano ba, parang it sounds like a challenge eh, na okay, whether or not this works, we'll find out. If not, at least we tried it. Tapos, nagiging ano lang siya, nagiging challenge, di ba? Ayun, yun ang ano ko doon. Ng aking unang himotok, no, regarding LDR. Ikaw ba?
LDR, as we know it now, is a very modern modern problem, modern conception. Kasi nga, nagkaroon lang ng possibility, no? Because of our modern means of communications. No? Kasi nga, you cannot really have a relationship, kahit anong uri ng relationship yan, friendship, or companionship lang, as colleagues lang, or ito, romantic relationship. Kung wala kayong, well, contact, no? Communications. When first the post, no? Magsusulat ka, was invented, well, that helped a bit, no? Na magkaroon ng contact with someone na ilang kilometers siguro ang layo sa'yo. But yung parang talagang, yung parang sa kanta nga, di ba? Yung kanta na Buko, di ba? Yung ano, dito ay umaga, dyan ay gabi, di ba? So, yung magkaiba yung inyong time zone. That only came true, or at least possible, dahil sa modern means ng communications. Telepono, nagsimula ang telepono, telegram, yung telegrama, hindi yung telegram ngayon. Telegram, and then later on, you have cellphones na talagang mas abot na natin, no? SMS, yung tawag na gamit ang cellphone, and then we have now social media, we have FaceTime, Messenger, WhatsApp, no? Pwede ka na mag-video call. So it made it possible, no? But sa haba-haba ng kasaysayan ng sangkatauhan, it means na an LDR is actually, hindi ko naman sasabihin na unnatural, pero it is not yet wired sa atin eh, no? Sa ating evolution simula ng ating kasaysayan, no? Kasi nga tama sila eh. For a relationship, it does not require, rather it needs that space, that sharing of space, no? Kasi a relationship is not just possession eh, na akin ka, na ako ay iyo, ikaw ay akin, di ba? Kanta rin yun. Pero hindi yan eh. Relationships are more about communion, no? Commune. Ibig sabihin may commune sa inyo. Meron kayong pinagsasaluhan, no? May sharing. Kaya nga sa pamilya napaka-importante ng mesa. Kasi yung sharing ng meal ay yung space na pinagko-communionan ninyo, no? Ganon din sa mag-asawa, sa mag-boyfriend, mag-girlfriend, no? So you need that space eh. Yung relationship through that space, that common space, o yung speciality nitong relationships, no? Now, that is why it's problematic yung LDR, no? Dahil wala yung commonality na yun eh. Pero tama ka rin doon, Sel, na parang the problem, or rather, the thing that we are missing if we focus dun lang sa LDR is that we focus on the problem in itself. And we forget that there are other variables that affect the relationship, whether for good or for the bad, no? Marami pang variables eh. Kasi nga, again, kahit na hindi kayo long distance relationship, for example, ang laging kinakatakutan, di ba, yung possibility of falling in love with another person. Or worse, cheating. Kahit hindi kayo naka-LDR, it can happen, no? Nakadepende talaga yan sa levels ng purity sabihin natin ng nung love mo. Kasi nga kung ang love mo lang ay possession, no, na ikaw ay akin, ako ay iyo, no, ang trophy lang. Talagang kahit lalo na 'pag LDR, that's true na medyo mas matindi ang temptation na ma-fall ka sa iba. But if love is really understood the way Thomas Aquinas understood it, katulad ng sinabi mo, Sel, that to love is to will the good of the other. I think LDR man yan, NDR man yan, it can withstand the test of time. Because at the end of the day, that is actually the greatest problematic of a especially romantic relationship, the test of time.
Well, since time immemorial, philosophy teaches us that man has really a big problem with space. Man has always been trying to make sense and to conquer spaces. For some, literally geographic space. Yung iba naman, psychological space. Yung iba naman, ang issue nila ay emotional space. The thing is, marami tayong spaces at marami tayong gustong maging pamamaraan, no, para i-conquer ang space. Yung iba nga, 'di ba, ang kwento ng aming professor, ang mga Pilipino to measure space, no. Hindi uso dati daw yung mula sa Lower Bikutan papunta sa bundok ng Tuktukan. Hindi yun sinasabi, ilang metro yan, ilang kilometro. Hindi. Sasabihin nila, 10 kanta. O kaya, mga 4 na kwento. 'Di ba? Kasi, all of this, no, yung pagkukwento, yung pag-awit, then dumating yung agham, 'di ba? Nagkaroon ng mga standard na pagsukat, no? Pero all of this reflects the reality of man and his unending issue with space. Ba't yan din sinabi? Naalala ko lang din. Kasi, when we talk about LDR, I think, no, on a secondary reflection naman, I think there's no such thing as an LDR. Ilabas natin yon. Mamaya gusto kong i-tackle yung issue ng cheating. Kasi nga, for many, no, yung observable na pananaw ng karamihan, especially ng mga kabataan, what makes a long distance relationship difficult, yung hope and yung capability ng isa doon sa dalawa o nung both na maging faithful, no? Kaso lang hindi kasi siya hindi siya variable ng isang relationship, 'di ba? Kasi nga kapag pumasok ka ng relationship, ang ideal, well, of course, pero ang main expectation mo sa sarili mo at the same time nung partner mo, doon ka lang sa kanya. Otherwise, bakit ka papasok sa relationship? So yun, kaya mamaya natin discuss. Para sa akin, there's no such thing as an LDR. Why? Kasi, yun nga ang pinag-uusapan lang natin doon, kanina, di ba, ang sabi ko, ang problematic doon sa notion ng LDR is yung term na long distance. Now, as we go deeper sa kwentuhan, kung deep ba ito, duda ko kung deep yung kwentuhan natin. What kind of distance? Ang distance lang na pinoproblema doon is a geographical distance. So, yun nga, yung sinasabi natin, might be Philippines to China, Philippines to United States, or whatsoever, no? Or wherever. Or NCR, then Mindanao, or Visayas, Luzon. Geographical space yun Diba? Pero if you remove the notion of, yun nga, yung mga, for fear of cheating, if you two are close emotionally, nagva-vibe kayo you cannot really imagine being with somebody else. And yung longing, it makes you happy at the same time, it hurts you so bad. Kasi you are longing for that person na sana makasama mo na siya. Magkasama kayo lagi. And for whatever circumstances, kailangan yung magkaiwalay, nag-aaral man, tatrabaho, may nagbakasyon, whatsoever. Alam mo yung yun alam mo hindi permanente yun di ba? That's why sumusugal kayo sa relationship. Kasi kung alam nyo hindi mag-work, hindi kayo papasok doon. Yan nakikita ko. So, for me, nung una, ang problematic ay yung term na long distance. Ngayon, ang problematic naman sa akin is yung distance ay reduce lang sa geographical distance. Yun nga eh, kung sa emotional distance naman eh sobrang close ninyo. Kung parehas lang kayo ng time zone eh alam nyong sa oras na to parehas kayong gising. Sa oras na to nagtatrabaho kayo. Sa oras na to tulog kayo. All these things, di ba? Well, if it does not matter less, it does not matter at all kung magkalayo kayo. As long as you are willing, no, and you are really conscious na hindi, magkakahiwalay tayo physically and geographically. Pero emotionally, psychologically, spiritually, diba? We are connected, no? And we feel each other's pains, no? Kahit hindi naman totoo 'yon. Pero when you say that you are in trouble, I will be choosing to be in trouble so as to feel that that I am with you, no? Na parehas tayong nasa trouble. Yun yung yun yung it sounds really idealistic. Well, guilty as charged. Pero I think in the most ideal sense, there's no such thing as LDR. Kung nagkakaintindihan naman kayo. You really chose and continue to choose to commit. Otherwise, don't bother entering at all. Sa last day ng bakasyon niya, sa last day ng stay niya dyan sa Manila o kung saan man kayo nagkita, end the relationship there and then. And kasi yun magiging emotional burden yun. So, instead na yung commitment ay magdala sa'yo ng joy, ng peace, ng love, no? Which are necessary elements of a discerning heart. Nagbibigay siya ng burden, ng unwillingness, and pain. Unwilling ka eh. So, pag nagre-resist ka, masasaktan ka, nagre-resist ka. Pero hindi eh, you chose to commit eh, di ba? So, better end it. Yun yung ko doon. Yun ang take ko doon. So, it's only a relationship. Long distance is unnecessary. Truly unnecessary. It's just sa siyang palabok. Now, with the issue on cheating, that's another thing. No? Kung may fear ka, hindi ka sure kung faithful yung magiging partner mo, don't enter muna. Hindi kasi yan pwede yung siguro hindi naman ito advice, no? Pero, kumbaga, lang, kuro-kuro, no? Sa mga makikinig, especially kung single kayo. Hindi ka sure, halimbawa, kung ano yung temperament, kung ano yung issues nung potential partner mo. Kung ikaw yung babae, di wag mo sagutin. Huwag na sagutin. Then i-open mo yung conversation. Diba? Until you have your assurance. Kung talagang alanganin, sagutin. Makikita mo naman yan na makikita mo kung nagmamatch yung mga pangako niya sa actions niya. Diba? Makikita mo rin kung ningas kugon o hindi. Kayo mag-enter. Kasi hindi lang naman siya yon. Maski ikaw. Kasi kung ikaw, wary ka, 'di ba? Parang masyado kang tawag diyan, cautious. Ibig sabihin may gano'n ka ring tendency. Kasi calculative ka eh. 'Di ba? So, kung wala ka mang tendency gano'n, edi again, back to my instead na magbigay sa iyo ng peace, joy, and love, meron kang panghihinala, so wala kang peace. Meron kang burden. So, suffering, pinapahirapan mo ang sarili mo. So, better not enter to any relationship until you find it. Kasi mararamdaman mo naman yan. No? Ma-acknowledge mo yan. No? Not, hindi lang sa emotional level. Even sa rational level na, okay, I am mature enough to handle this and I think my partner is mature enough. We got this. We can make this work. If not, don't bother entering kasi it will just hurt your heart and you waste your time, you waste your energy, you waste your emotions. And these things are so precious. We cannot afford to waste time. No? Although, well, there's no such thing as wasted time kasi people come to us as either companions or lessons. Some come for a period of time. Some come and stay with us for a lifetime. Yung mga blessing. No, kaya yun. Yun yung aking secondary reflection naman, pare.
Kailangan kitang segundahan din dyan sa iyong secondary reflections. Kasi, you see, tama, it's not just geographic distance that matters eh. That is really the problem. Meron ka, tama, nabanggit mo, emotional distance. What if, malapit nga, dyan nga, nakikita nga kayo araw-araw, but the distance between you, emotionally, ay malayo na. Spiritual distance, pwede rin mangyari yun. What if for you, your spiritual life is very important? Yun sa boyfriend mo, sa girlfriend mo, hindi siya naniniwala sa Diyos. So, well, okay yun kung ginagalang niya yung ano mo. Paano kapag hindi? Diba? He demands na mas magbigay ka ng time na mas gawin mong priority siya, no? So, that is also a problem, no? So, they are more long distance, more than just a geographic distance na magiging problema. Kaya nga yung variables, kahit na magkalayo kayo geographically, can be as hard as when you are near each other geographically, no? So you have to really put that into that context, no? Another thing that I think is very important, more than the distance geographically, I think the question really is maturity. Maturity. In the sense na when you committed, again, relationship is a commitment. You are committing to something, you are committing to someone, no? It requires maturity as a person, no, to enter into that loving relationship, no? Kaya siya commitment eh. The problem in our culture nowadays, and I think baka you can you can criticize me saying, anong masasabi mo dyan pari ka? O kaya yung nagrarant ka lang naman. Pero that is true now. Nowadays, anong inaano sa atin ng society, ng ating popular culture, no? Na relationships are not meant to last, no? Na people come and go. That is true. Pero when you enter into a relationship, no? Boyfriend, girlfriend, especially, you have to enter that only if you have marriage in mind. No, ibig sabihin, panghabang buhay yung commitment na nasa isip mo. Of course, that is true na there is always the possibility of a breakup, of something that will happen in the future. But that is a problem of the future. You as a person, pare, lalaki, ikaw ang manliligaw. Manliligaw ka lang if you are really aiming that for that woman to be your wife, the only one that you will be with, no? Hanggang at the end of time, kumbaga, no? And if you are a woman na nililigawan ka, sasagutin mo lang siya kapag ganun din. You can see yourself, no? Together with this man hanggang kayo tumanda. The problem with the popular culture nowadays, ang yung tinuturo sa atin ay hindi. No? Ano lang 'yan, tingnan mo lang yung ngayon lang, no? Yung mga ilang taon lang kasi nag-e-experiment lang kayo, no? And because of that, nachi-cheapen din, no? Nachi-cheapen yung ating commitment. And when storms come, no? May napadaang maganda, halimbawa, long distance kayo na geographically, mapapalingon ka, inano ka, ini-entertain ka, di ba? Tapos bibigay ka na. Ano yung cheating niya? What does it mean? It means na wala talaga yung commitment na yun. Wala talaga yung maturity nang pumasok ka ng relationship. You are just there to have a relationship for the sake of it. No? And I think yan yung kailangan nating unang baguhin, no? Again, I'm not saying na automatic na pag nagka-boyfriend ka, nagka-girlfriend ka, tawag dito, kasalanan na yan pag nag-break kayo. Hindi. There is always that possibility. Pero you only enter into a relationship with that commitment in mind ng panghabang buhay, no? Kasi Otherwise, it will cheapen the relationship. And then, para makalabas tayo, kasi hindi tayo mature nung pumasok tayo, tapos tsaka mo lang natuklasan na hindi pala maganda ugali, o kailan nagpakasal na kayo, anong gagawin natin? Ang ano natin, hahanap tayo ng mas pangit na paraan. Kaya ang daming ng divorce. No? Ang daming naglalakad na igawin yun. Kasi it will really, it will help, na makatakas sa isang relationship na hindi mo na gusto. Pero it will also cheapen yung preparation stage. No? Yung preparation mo. Before ka mag-commit, dapat mature ka na. Okay, ito talaga yung taong gusto kong makasama habang. And if those variables come along the way, they will come. You have to face them, maturely. No? So I think, yun, for this secondary reflection, kumbaga, the main problem is not distance, geographic distance. No? There are many more distances na makakaapekto. The main problem is the maturity of our actions, of our decisions in life. Ako ba talaga ay handa na pumasok sa isang relationship, no? Kasi, dami mo makita, hindi mo maano yung time eh. Hindi mo pwedeng sabihin, hindi kasi matagal na kami. Okay, hindi, bago lang kami. No. Maturity talaga. You have people na simula high school, no? Sanay na silang pumapasok ng mga relationships. May mga relationships na sila kaliwat kanan. But still, they do not find the one. Or pwede rin naman dumating na. Diba? And then you have people na wala talaga. Simula And then, bigla na lang. Matid lang ng ng ordination ng isa niyang kaibigan, tapos may na-meet doon, di ba? Tapos this is the one that God gave me you, di ba? Sabi ng kanta. So you cannot really define that na porket lang kung paano yung iyong relationship history. No, it's not that. Maturity is more about your own maturity as a person to commit. Hindi lang siya past experiences sa parang trabaho. Tatanungin, may experience ka na. No, it's not about that. It's about your readiness mentally, emotionally, spiritually ready to enter into a relationship na panghabang buhay again. At hindi yung lang, parang subscription model lang na kapag kaya mo na, canceled.
Well, dugtungan ko lang bago ako pumunta sa tertiary and sa last reflection ko mamaya, no? There's two things nakalimutan ko isa. Pero anyway, for most of you, especially to you, our dear friends who are listening to us, which is of course, we are always thankful. You might find this conversation, if not idealistic, para siyang unpopular, no? Unpopular opinions on what seems to be cool sa panahon natin. And it's not being self-righteous. Kami imperfect din kami ni Dan. Lalo ako. I've been to not so ideal situations, no. I got hurt, I hurt, no, people. And then nga sinasabi ko, no, it really comes from a personal reflection na may mga taong dumarating sa buhay natin, some of them as companions for a lifetime, some of them as lessons. May time na ako yung tumanggap ng lesson, may time na ako yung naging lesson sa iba. And it's not easy. I'm not proud of that. So, what I'm trying to say is, especially for you, the younger ones who listen to this, it's very important to, as early as now, kung wala pa kayong relationship, it will not hurt, no? But rather it will work sa pinaka-benefit ninyo, yung tinatawag na discernment. If you discern, so, gusto ko i-highlight yun, yung sinabi ni Father Lennon kanina. It's not only about emotional distance too, yung spiritual distance. Kasi ikaw, you find yourself desiring to draw closer to Christ. Pero yung kinaatrakan mong tao, he or she seems to be far from Christ. I'm not saying it's impossible. Kasi journey nyo naman yan, kung kayo man yan. Pero to think na ikaw yung magdadala sa kanya kay Christ, no? Hindi yun ano. Hindi yun, hindi yun ano. Sa tingin ko, partly, sure. Pero the only person who can draw another or draw a person to the Lord is that person himself or herself. Na hindi ka pwedeng maging messianic, no? Kasi yung mga messianic complex natin, minsan yun yung nakakasakit sa atin. Na yung parang, I can heal her, I can heal him. No, sorry to say, hindi siya ganun. It does not work that way. Minsan, kinakasangkapan tayo, sure. Pero hindi tayo yung bida doon. Si Kristo lagi. Another unpopular opinion, yung sexual distance. Especially for our friends na mga babae, to the women, no? To the ladies. It's very important to discern na yung ikaw, no, sa sarili mo, you desire, for example, chastity. And hindi yun yung priority o hindi yun yung linya nung kinaatrakan mong tao. It will it will create more distance sa inyo kasi for example, ipupush na yon sa iyo kasi ikaw ayaw mo. So basically, kung yun lang ang priority at yun ang nasa isip nilang lagi, chances are, and it has been proven so many times, no? Kita naman natin sa buhay ng mga celebrities, kapag makuha ng iba yung gusto nila, wala na, nagfe-fade na. Kasi yung iba, parang may ganong mentality to conquer someone. And it's a sad reality, pero we hope that we will not fall prey into these kinds of people and their mentalities. Let's face it, especially in a way naman, no? Although hindi lang naman siya woke agenda, pero even the conservatives, no, they share the same thing, no. Now when it comes to that kind of talks, no, women have more to lose than men, 'di ba? Yung ill reputation, yung judgment, yung condemnation ng society, it's mas harsh towards women than men 'Di ba? Yung minsan nga parang nag-glorify pa yung mga lalaki. So again, it's unpopular opinion, it's uncool for many, especially kung wokeist kayo. Pero we care, no? We care dito sa tamang usapan na. And we are sympathetic enough to recognize and to advise in a way, no? To heads up, no, na take care of yourselves. Yun ang ko doon, na idudugtong ko lang, no? Kasi yun din ang issue sa LDR Kasi yung intimacy nga, 'di ba? Sadly, for the longest time the church in her wisdom na galing din naman sa Panginoon. Kaya nga kasalanan yung premarital sex yung fornication 'di ba? Mantala ngayon parang it has become a norm, 'di ba? Parang okay lang 'yan. Ano na tayo, hindi naman na tayo bata, mga ganun nga, 'di ba? Hindi naman tayo bata, tanda naman na tayo. We know what we are doing, mga ganun. Pero it can hurt us, no? It can hurt us. Especially if it's for a short time, then in the end hindi rin naman natin pakakasalan yung tao yun, 'di ba? It can even be dangerous given ang dami ng mga sakit. And at the same time, it changes us biologically, chemically, 'di ba? Yung wiring natin sa brain natin, 'di ba? So it hurts us, no? So I think parang lang, it's unpopular pero worth giving it a thought, kumbaga. Ang tertiary reflection ko, para ito na rin yung aking para sa next kong round ay closing na lang ako. Tutuloy ko na, pre. Ang tertiary reflection ko, bakit walang LDR? There's no such thing as LDR. Kasi, as humans, if you're a Christian, if you're a Catholic, we already have this kind of somehow, quote unquote, long distance relationship. And that is a relationship that we have with God. Well, hindi siya spiritualization lang, no? Well, call it if you want. Pero yung relationship natin sa Diyos, no? Kasi nga metaphysical siya. So hindi siya bound ng physical and geographical distance. And yes, He is Emmanuel, God with us. He suffers with us, He rejoices with us, He cries with us, He lives in us. Pero not every day we live in Him. Hindi tayo laging attune sa kalooban niya. Hindi tayo laging nakikinig sa kanya. Kung anong meron sa atin. No? Ang Panginoon, He's fully committed to us. Kasi binigay niya yung spirit niya sa atin, yung buhay niya, di ba? Pinadala niya yung anak niya, no? Yung pagmamahal ng Diyos sa atin. Pero tayo, hindi tayo fully committed sa Kanya. Kasi minsan, mas fully committed tayo sa sarili natin. Ano pa? Yung so number 1 is commitment. Yung will, number 2, yung will. Sabi ni Karl Rahner, no, yung isa sa mga theologians na sikat sa makabagong panahon. The greatest act of love, no, na binigay ng Diyos sa creation niya ay yung kapangyarihan at karapatan na hindi siya mahalin pabalik. Kasi the greatest act of love na pwedeng ipakita ng tao sa level niya ay mahalin siya ng hindi napipilitan. Mahalin ng Diyos ng hindi napipilitan. Diba? So, come to think of that, diba? Eh, yung sinasabi ko, walang LDR. Kasi, all this time, no, tayo bilang mga nilikha, we are already having this kind of relationship. We have our free will. We have our own capability to commit. Pero we are not always giving that commitment to God. And we are not always relying o ano ba tawag dyan. Hindi naka-attune lagi yung will natin sa will ng Diyos. Ganun din yung relationships natin kapag sa atin, pag sa self ka nakatutok lagi, yung iba ay either, babalik tayo kay Levinas. Kapag puro self, pag walang ibang mahalaga sa'yo kundi ang self. Ang iba ay magiging palamuti, magiging tauhan ng sarili mong kwento, ikaw yung main character. So either makategorize mo sila as gamit na gagamitin mo, sorry for the word, para usan mo kung pleasure seeker ka. Kontrabida sila sa buhay mo kasi pinupuna ka nila. O demonyo sila sa buhay mo dahil pasakit sila sa'yo. So everyone will just fall into the categories that you make to assimilate them. No? Pero if you are attuned sa others, especially to the great other, to the greatest other, the infinite, sa Diyos, to God, perspectives will change. Diba? Nakikita mo, hindi ako ang sentro ng mundo. Diba? Hindi pala ako ang pinakamatalino, hindi ako ang pinaka-pogi. So, may mas magaling sa akin, mas may banal sa akin, mas may humble heart kesa sa akin. So, diba? Yun yung gusto kong invite kayo ngayong Valentine's to try to look at this kind of relationship. And again, you go back to our personal definitions of relationships, of distance, of love, of commitment, of care. And if we can recalibrate a little, and as Lent is drawing to its close, papasok na tayo sa season of love ng simbahan, we can reflect deeper on this, on how much God loves us, and yet how little love we return to God. Minsan nga, sign of the cross na lang. Yan nagdadasal eh. Ayan. Yun ang aking tertiary reflection, paring Lennon. Take it away.
And I think yan ang importante. We have to really iwasan natin yung dichotomization ng ating relationships. So, what do I mean? That we put our relationship with God as a separate subject sa ating mga human relationships. No? we have to ano to consider our human relationships as things that comes from that fountain, which is my own relationship with my God, no? How do we see God? What is our image of God? No? Nakikita ba natin ang Diyos na para lang siyang CCTV, no, na nagko-control sa atin, tinitingnan kung meron tayong ginagawang mali, o parang ATM lang na mag-input ka ng amount tapos yun yung ibibigay sa'yo, di ba? Or do we really see God as Jesus himself taught us, no? Our Father. Ibig sabihin, akba, may relationship, no? May personal na relationship ka sa Diyos. Now, if you have that personal relationship with God, you will also, naturally, it will flow that you will see how He loves you, how He loves me, and then later on, that same love I will give, no? I will give to other people, to my family, to my friends, no? And sa inyo na your vocation, halimbawa ay sa married life, you will also learn how to love, how to really love, to give yourself to the other, no? Just as Christ himself gave himself for us, for the church, di ba? So, yun yung magiging pattern dapat natin. Now, again, tama, sabi ng Russell, it may sound idealistic. Yeah, that is true. Pero nowadays, we have so tinanggihan na natin masyado yung idea ng mga ideals, no? Na dahil nga yung sila, hindi kasi yan pwede, utopia yan eh. But utopias, ideals are there to guide the praxis, no? Kung kakalimutan natin yung mga ideals dahil lang perfect sila, we cannot be perfect, eh, wala na. Bababa yung ating standards, di ba? And in practice, eh, hindi na hindi na maganda ang kalalabasan kumbaga. So, yeah, they might be ideals, itong mga pinagsasabi natin ngayon dito, no? Kunwari, in this day and the age, to not engage or at least iwasan ang premarital sex halimbawa. That is a very idealistic stance. Yeah, that is true. But we still have to uphold it. Why? Because if we just say na, hindi, okay lang yan. Matandaan tayo. Okay lang yan. Kaya mahal ka naman ng Diyos. We are cheapening. We are cheapening the idea of the sexual intercourse, which is actually a communion of two bodies, no? That is actually the most divine act, ng magagawa nating mga tao. And that is why, in the wisdom of the church, ay inireserve niya sa loob ng sacrament ng matrimony, no? Why? Because there, hindi na lang kayo dalawa, tatlo na kayo sa relationship, no? Because God should be there, no? Hindi kayo dalawa lang. Kaya pag nag-away kayo, if you are conscious that God is part of the relationship, hindi nyo lang poproblemahin yung opinion ng isa't isa. Isipin nyo rin muna yung opinion ng pangatlo, no? Of God himself, no? Anyways, I digress. Pero iba na yon. Pero what I'm saying again, take that into consideration, no? Na before, kanina, nag-usap tayo ng discernment, nag-usap tayo ng commitment, ng maturity. How do you see yourself as ready to commit to a relationship? Well, first, tingnan mo muna, how is your relationship with God? I'm not saying na magiging perfect yon dahil lang nagdarasal ka. No, no, no. Of course, there will be variables. There will be problems. Pero when you see yourself na you can really feel, no, God's love and your relationship with Him, hindi na lang yung hingi-hingi. No, yung, Lord, tulungan mo ako, ganyan. Kung anong gusto ko, ibigay mo sa akin. Or, natatakot ako, baka mapunta ako ng impyerno. Pag hindi na lang yun, pag nalampasan mo na yung level na yun, yeah, you are now ready to commit to another person. No? Kasi kaya mo na nakikita mo na kung paano ka minamahal ng pag-ibig mismo eh. Kasi nga Diyos ay pag-ibig eh. Dahil nakikita mo na yun, then you can really love. You can give. And kahit pa na geographically may long distance na separation sa inyo, if your model of love is God Himself, you will continue to love, to give for the good of the other. Kahit pa may dumating mga temptations, mayroong mag-flirt sa'yo dyan, may katrabaho ka na siya na yung nagbibigay ng mga hinahanap mo, yung mga tawag dito, yung care, no? Kasi nga malayo yung yung isa, yung girlfriend mo, yung boyfriend mo. It will not affect you. Lalayo ka nga dun eh. Why? Because your love for your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your wife, your husband is now not just the movie love. It is now the theological love, no? That is the love that we should strive for. Sa lahat yan ng commitments, hindi lang yan sa hindi lang yan sa mag-boyfriend, girlfriend, sa mag-asawa. Kahit sa aming mga pare, halimbawa. No? Sa lahat ng commitments, sa lahat ng vocation, ang model natin dapat ay yung pag-ibig ng mismong pag-ibig, no? Ng Diyos bilang pag-ibig. And it might sound cheesy to some, but again, as a priest, I have to stand on my ground. Yan ang yan ang basis, no? Yan ang basis ng human relationships. That is our relationship with God. No? Sana hindi natin kalimutan. Anyways, so, meron ka pa bang sabihin, Sel, as closing? Wala na. Kung kayo ay mayroong experience ng LDR, o meron kayong komentaryo dahil masyadong idealistic itong dalawang moong na to. Yung isa ay pari, wala namang jowa. Yung isa naman ay hindi naman naka-LDR tapos nag-opinion dito, di ba? Comment kayo dyan sa social media o kaya dyan sa Spotify, no? And or dyan sa ating website, no? Sa tamangusapanpod.com. Kung meron din kayong mga topics na gustong pag-usapan, of course, you know na how to reach us. Again, website, social media, o email kayo sa tamangusapanpodcast@gmail.com, no? And tell us anong mga susunod natin pwedeng pag-usapan. And kung gusto pa ninyo, kung baka may maglakas ng loob, gustong mag-guest, no? Sabihan nyo rin kami. And ayun, kung nandito pa kayo, maraming salamat. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this episode sa mga kaibigan ninyo na sa tingin ninyo ay nangangailangan ng ng kasama ngayong Valentine's dahil at least marinig nila ang mga kalokohan namin. Anyways, yun lang po.
Usapan ito na eh.
Well, tapusin na natin to. Ito po muli si Lennon.
At ako si Russell.
At ito ang Tamang Usapan.
Usapang may tama. Happy Valentine's, mga kaibigan.
Happy Valentine's.